All right, we have two sentences to diagram. Okay, the first one is, give your friend who is visiting a snack. Which one of you wants to diagram first?
Me.
Okay, I'm gonna let Lily diagram this one because you diagrammed the last one. But I want to point out that we are not doing simple sentences. So that means we're either gonna be doing complex or compound at this point. And we are also, we learned a new purpose. Can you remember what new purpose it wasn't new, but we reviewed a purpose today. What was our purpose we reviewed?
SVTIODO?
That's the pattern, but what's the purpose?
Interrogative?
No?
Imperative.
Imperative, okay. All right, so Lily, can you identify any independent clauses or dependent clauses there?
Give your friend a snack.
Good, that is the what? Independent or dependent?
Independent.
Yes, that's right, that's why you're underlining it. So what is the next one? Who is visiting?
Dependent.
Yes, dependent, also known as subordinate. Very good. All right, let's look at first the independent clause. Give your friend a snack. Who or what is this sentence about? Think about it.
Friend.
No.
Your.
You, just you.
You.
Not, yeah, remember?
Oh, you give your friend a snack.
Exactly. Okay, so write you. And if that's what this clause is about, then what would you label it?
Subject, noun. Wait, pronoun.
Very good. Subject, pronoun. What's being said about you?
Give.
Okay, so that is your.
Verb.
Good. You give what?
Snack.
Yes. Does snack rename or describe you? No. No.
Label, verb, translate.
Very good. You give snack to whom?
Friend.
Good. So friend is your?
I-O.
Yes. Very good.
Direct object.
All right. Which friend?
Your friend.
That is your, or that is a,
Adjective.
yes, an adjective. All right.
And another adjective.
Yes, very good. A is another adjective. Okay, so we've got the independent clause. Now let's do the dependent clause. Who is visiting? Who or what is this clause about?
Who.
Yes, so that is your?
Subject, pronoun.
Good. All right, what's being said about who?
Is.
Is,
It's our verb.
verb, is visiting. Oh, okay, hang on one second. Let me look at this.
She forgot.
Is visiting. Okay, this actually might be a little more tricky than I thought because visit is a verb, but ing changes it to, I believe, a verbal. So I'm gonna have to look this one up. I'm gonna pause the video real fast, but I believe that this is a verbal that might be diagrammed a little differently. So hang on one second. Okay, so I'm gonna request a little help with this one. So I'm gonna reach out to my mamas that have also done CC for a while. I'm thinking that this is a gerund, which is on our cue chart, and it's a present participle verb form used as a noun. So we have present participle, and I believe it's being used as a direct object, which would be a noun. So who is visiting? So why don't you go ahead and put a DO here. We'll show what that looks like if
But it's not a deal.
right, so I think it's used as a noun. Who is what? Visiting. Visiting does not rename or describe visiting, so I believe it's a gerund, which is going to be diagrammed on little chicken legs, which I'll show you in a minute.
Chicken legs! I love chicken legs.
Okay, so Lily, go ahead and start diagramming this sentence. Come on.
Okay.
Diagram the sentence. We're going to have our independent clause on the top line, and it's going to be SVTIODO. Okay, good. So what is our S?
You. And by you. Give.
Yep.
You.
Maintaining capitalization. Very good.
You. Friend.
Friend.
Snack.
Good.
Okay. And then we put your here.
Yes. Good.
And snack here.
A there, yeah, understand.
A.
Sorry, I knew what you meant. Okay, good. Now, this subordinate clause, is it, hang on, Is it adjectival, describing a noun or pronoun and beginning with who, which? Or is it adverbial modifying?
It's adjective.
It is adjectival. So who is it describing?
Who?
Who is visiting is describing
It's
someone.
describing who?
No.
It's describing you.
Give your friend who is visiting a snack.
Who?
Who's doing the visiting?
This?
No, who's doing the visiting? Give your friend who is visiting. Yes, friend. So it's describing friend. So we're gonna do a dotted line down here. And since it's adjectival, we don't write anything on the line. But we go ahead and diagram it. Yep, just like that. So this is SVT DO.
Who
Who?
is?
Is. Okay, good. Now wait, I'm gonna show you if this really is a gerund, so correct me if I'm wrong. If this is a gerund, this is how you would do it. You'd add little chicken legs, like that. And then you have a little step down, like that, and you'd write the word visiting there. So that's what I think it is. I didn't realize I was giving kind of maybe a complicated one, but that's what I think it is.
That's for I always loved
It's Anna Lynn likes gerunds, so that's good. That is introduced, by the way, in week 23. So Kate and Melissa and anyone else who might have an idea on this one, please reach out. Let us all know, okay? All right, so now we're gonna move on to our second one. Great job, Lily, high five. Boom. All right, Lily gets 5 beads for that in your bead jar. Anna Lynn, come on up. Yes. All right.
Wait, where are my beads?
I need to get the beads out. They're in there, you can go. Okay, the next one. Wash the dishes while I clean the table. You, implied you. Implied you. But what do we do? You gotta do that first, but what do we do first? What's our first step in our question confirmation? We're gonna identify something. What are we identifying first?
Wash the dishes is our.
Good.
You wash the dishes is our. It was
Implied.
Independent.
independent clause.
Good. Okay.
And then while I clean the table is our subordinate.
Subordinate clause. Very good. Okay. All right. You already have your subject pronoun labeled, so that would be who or what is the subject about? You. What's being said about
What's
you?
about me?
What's being said about you? You wash. Wash. That is your verb. Okay. You wash what?
Dishes.
Does dishes rename or describe you?
No, Dio.
Label verb transitive. No, Dio. Label verb transitive, which just is the dishes. Okay. Very good. So we have our independent clause done. Pretty easy. Now let's look at our dependent. While I clean the table. What is while? Good. What did you remember?
Subordinate clause.
Subordinate clause, which is going to tell us what kind of clause is this?
Adverbial.
Very good. Okay. Who or what is this clause about? I clean the table. I, subject pronoun.
I what?
What's being said about I?
I clean.
Clean. Clean what?
Table.
Table. So does table rename or identify or describe you?
No, Dio. Live over country.
Great. Okay. It's just a little crazy.
Of course I am.
All right. Very good. This one looks cut and dry. So let's see if you can diagram this one. Go ahead. Now remember, adjectival and adverbial subordinate clauses are diagrammed a little differently from each other. So, while I clean the table is saying when we're going to wash the dishes, so it's modifying the verb. Remember, adverbial clauses and words always modify a verb, adjective, or another adverb. And it's not modifying the only adjective in the sentence. There's no adverb in the sentence, so it has to be modifying the verb. This one does not have an IO, so we kind of got a little easy on this one. Okay, very good. Then what do we do? Yes, down from the verb. Good. This is when diagramming gets fun, when you kind of get to start almost drawing pictures with them.
I love diagramming.
Good job, girls. All right. Very good, Anna Lynn. Okay,
I win.
I'm going to zoom in on these. You can pause the video if you need any more time on these sentences. Sorry, there we go. Okay, that's a little too loud.
Sorry.
All right, let me go ahead and zoom in on the first one.
That's you.
So you can see that gerund I was talking about. I hope I'm not wrong in that. It's possible. I'm a learner with you guys. And then I'll zoom down on the last sentence. So if you need to pause, you can pause it and see it. All right. Annalyn gets 5 beads for that as well.
Yes!
Well done. All right. Thank you guys for enjoying the bonus video. Up next is bonus video number 2, where the girls are going to try to say our verb charts, our active and passive verb charts as quickly as they can.
And I get $1.
I'm paying them. Silly, silly.